Before we get started, I would like to recognize our special guest here with us today, starting with our Assistant City Manager, Ms. Michelle Rivera. Also with us is our City Engineer and the great team that he has from the City of McAllen Engineering Department, Mr. Eduardo Mendoza. I'd also like to thank the staff from the Public Information Office for being here and getting all of our media and community informed about all of the great projects that the City of McAllen does for the community. And of course, thanks to our friends from the McAllen Chamber of Commerce, including CEO and President, Mr. Josh Mejia, and Vice President of Membership and Operations, Ms. Blanca Cardenas. So to tell us about the importance of this project and why it's so important, please help me welcome our Assistant City Manager, Ms. Michelle Rivera.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here as we celebrate the beginning of the drainage improvements here at Quince Avenue. This project is going to bring much needed relief from flooding in this area. The Quince and 27th Drainage Improvement Project will serve an area of approximately 38 acres, bounded by Tamarack Avenue to the north, Quince Avenue to the south, 27th Avenue to the west, and 24th Street to the east. The area encompasses 3 small subdivisions with an existing storm sewer system, but has limited runoff collection capacity, causing localized ponding of stormwater that stagnates in the streets for hours following any rain event. The proposed drainage improvements will increase the surface runoff collection, reducing the stagnation and ponding of water on the streets. Storm drainage improvements along the entire span of construction limits will include installation of a network of storm sewer pipelines, installation of storm sewer structures to collect stormwater runoff, and installation of an inline control valve to prevent return flow during large storm events. Since 2018, the City of McAllen has been moving forward with drainage project improvements throughout the city that have positively impacted their residents, their neighborhoods, and our McAllen streets and the well-being and safety of our entire community. As we get closer to finalizing these projects, we hope that no more residences are impacted by flooding and that we continue to see great improvements to the drainage in our areas. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you, Michelle. Yes, drainage improvement is a priority for the City of McAllen. We are moving forward with all of those projects throughout the City of McAllen to make sure that all of our residents do see some relief from that rain events that we've had recently. To talk about the project and the immediate impact, please help me welcome our City Engineer, Mr. Eduardo Mendoza.
Thank you, Sochi. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here on another great day in McAllen and continue to move our community forward with enhanced improvements that will benefit our residents. This project that we've been doing here is a great project. We're also improving the drainage capacity of the stormwater here in the area that will provide much needed relief to the residents in the area by providing a well-constructed and permanent resolution to an issue. Since 2018, McAllen has not only constructed and improved drainage and street infrastructure and expanded stormwater detention facilities throughout the city to reduce flooding, but we have also worked with our neighboring cities and Hidalgo County when developing and constructing these drainage projects. We can reduce flooding in McAllen neighborhoods, our streets, and even beyond the city limits when we work together as a region. The total cost of this project is $1.5 million and is being funded through the grant reimbursement under FEMA Hazard Mitigation Grant Program, administered through the Texas Division of Emergency Management, saving taxpayers millions in debt and other costs with this grant. A small percentage of the cost is also being funded by the McAllen Development Corporation. That portion of the cost means it is not our McAllen property taxpayers who are funding this project, but rather by all of the people who come into the community and shop and play. And so we thank them for that. Thank you and God bless. I'd like to just thank a couple extra people here today. Our contractor, Artillery Construction, Joey Borjas and Justin Borjas, who will be leading this project. We want to thank you all for putting in hard work. We can already see behind us the work you're putting in. We look forward to completing this project, so thank you guys. I'd also like to take this time to recognize Rene Gonzalez, the engineer for this project. He's taken the time with his team, Jose Perez and Juan de la Cruz, to design this project and make sure they're going to manage this project to a successful completion. So thank you, Renee, for everything you do for the city. I'd like to recognize one last person, usually not typical in a groundbreaking, but as we discussed, we do have grant money as part of this project, and it's a big help to the city. And that takes a big effort from our grants department. Yvette Valderas, she's not here today, but I'd like to recognize her and her team for all the efforts they do in keeping us organized and making sure that we expend that money appropriately and that we get great projects like you see behind me today. So a big thank you to Yvette Valderas for all the work her and her team do for us. And with that, I'll pass it to Xochitl. Thank you.
Thank you, Eduardo, and to your team for all of the projects you have going, and of course to the contractors who help us. And yes, this project, like so many other projects, does involve multiple departments from the City of McAllen, which is how we maximize the work that we do to have the greatest impact in our community. So while the project has already gotten started, let's officially turn the dirt on the Quince Avenue drainage improvement project. Thank you all so much for being here this afternoon or this morning, and we'll see you at the next groundbreaking or ribbon cutting that we're sure to have that continues to improve our great City of McAllen. Thank you so much.
3, 2, 1, turn.
Thank you, everyone.